Kirk and I have paid more in cruise gratuities than most people pay for a year of rent. Not on one cruise, every single year. Kirk and I have been cruising for over 3.5 years, and here's the real number. Here's where the money actually goes, and here's exactly what we do about it. Hi everyone, my name is Tori from Kirktoristory. Back in late 2022, Kirk and I made the craziest decision of our lives. We sold our home in Canada, packed up everything we own, and set sail to live full-time on cruise ships. No house, no mortgage, just the two of us in the ocean. Which means when it comes to daily gratuities, or crew appreciation charges, as cruise lines now like to call them, I am not speaking as a vacation cruiser. I am speaking as someone who pays this fee every single day, and that changes the math in a way that I think most people have never actually sat down and calculated. Today I want to give you 5 things about cruise gratuities that I don't think anyone is being completely honest about. Reveal number 1, the language change. Number 1, they changed the name, and it was not an accident. It used to be called a tip. Now it's called crew appreciation charge or service charge. Holland America calls theirs a crew appreciation amount. Royal Caribbean calls it a daily gratuity. The words are different everywhere, but the invoice looks the same. And here's something about this that surprises many people. When something is called a tip, passengers feel like they're in control. They can adjust it, remove it, decide. But when you rebrand it as a charge, it starts to feel like a port fee, like something fixed, something that just is. That perception shift is worth millions of dollars a year to a cruise line, and I think passengers deserve to know why the language changed. Reveal number 2, the math. Number 2, the actual number. And this one is the one I want you to hear. Right now, Royal Caribbean charges $18.50 per person per day in standard cabins. NCL is $20. Holland America just raised theirs to $18 for non-suite guests. For Kirk and me, 2 people, that's now between $37 and $40 every single day. On a 1-week vacation, that's about $260. Annoying, but manageable. But when you live on a ship full-time, that's between $13,500 and $14,600 every year, just in gratuities. And we've been doing this for 3.5 years, so take a guess at the total number before I tell you. Somewhere between $47,000 and $51,000, we have paid roughly the cost of a brand new car just in daily charges. And I'll be honest, I laugh when I see the articles that say the daily gratuity adds up over a week. Well, it adds up over a week. Try adding it up over 1,200 days. But once you start thinking that way, the math makes a whole lot more sense, and you start asking very difficult questions about what this money actually is. Reveal number 3. You can remove them. Number 3, you can actually remove them. Most people don't even know this. If you go to guest services and request it, on most cruise lines they will remove the automatic gratuity from your account. It's not locked in. It's not legally mandatory. Now, does that mean you should? No. And I want to be careful here because I know this is a loaded topic. If you remove the automatic gratuity and then tip specific crew members in cash, well, that's a choice you can make thoughtfully. If you remove it and tip nothing, those crew members still worked for you every day of that sailing. Here's what I'll say about what Kirk and I do, and I want to give you the actual version, not the pretty version. We have had to think very hard about sustainability on this, and when you're looking at $50,000 over 3 years, you have real conversations about this. I'll tell you exactly where we land, but wait until you hear number 4 first, because it completely changed how I think about where this money goes. Before I get into that, if you're new here and you've never thought about full-time cruise living as an actual lifestyle, not a vacation, but a real life, subscribe. We're not on one ship forever. We are ship hopping, stringing together cruise after cruise. No home base, no mortgage. The final framework behind how that actually works is something we talk about very openly on this channel. Please hit subscribe so you don't miss out on those videos. Okay, number 4, where the money really goes. Here is what the cruise lines don't advertise about where this money actually goes. On most ships, your daily gratuity goes into a pooled fund. That fund gets distributed across housekeeping staff, the dining staff, and certain behind-the-scenes crew. Your cabin steward does not receive a check with your name on it. But here's where it gets complicated. Some crew members, particularly in dining, are paid a base salary structure that factors in the expectation of gratuity pool contributions, which means the daily charge is not extra. For those crew members, it's part of their wage calculation. The cruise line builds its labor model around the assumption that passengers will pay it. And I don't say that to be cynical. I say it because once you understand this, the conversation stops being, should I remove my gratuities? And it starts being, who is this system actually designed to benefit? Those are not the same question. Reveal number 5, what we actually do. Kirk and I do pay our gratuities, and that's a deliberate decision, and we've made it with full awareness of the math. But we also, where we can, tip specific crew members who make a real difference. Our cabin steward, the bar staff who start to know our order by day 3, the dining team on longer sailings who start to feel like they actually know us. Here's a practical tip I want you to take from this. If you're on a sailing longer than 7 days, introduce yourself to your cabin steward by day 2. Learn their name. Ask how they're doing. Acknowledge them as a person. It sounds incredibly basic, but I promise you it changes the quality of your experience on that ship in ways that no travel hack can match. Fox News called this out of control this week. Do I think $18.50 a day per person is out of control? Yes and no. For a 1-week vacation, that's a real number. For a lifestyle, it's a line item we budget for the same way a house has property tax. But the repeated increases, the language changes, the lack of transparency about the actual distribution, that part maybe deserves a better answer than cruise lines are currently giving us. Okay, fast summary. Fast version, everything I just told you in 60 seconds, here we go. Number 1, they changed the name on purpose. Charge feels less removable than tip. That's strategic. Number 2, the math. $37 to $40 a day for 2 people, $13,000 to $14,600 a year. For us, over 3 years, $50,000 total. Number 3, you can remove automatic gratuities as guest services on most lines. Most people don't know this. Most people probably shouldn't, but you deserve to know that it is an option. Number 4, the money goes into a pool, not directly to your cabin steward, and it's partially a wage supplement built into crew labor models, not purely a bonus on top of a full salary. Number 5, we pay ours, and we also tip individually for outstanding service. And we made peace with that math. But we still want cruise lines to be more transparent about where the money goes. Now, I want to hear from you. Please drop a comment below with just one answer. Do you pay your daily gratuities as charged? Do you adjust them, or do you just remove them and tip in cash? I read everything, and I genuinely want to know where this community lands on this, because I think it is a more divided topic than most cruise channels are willing to admit. My name is Tori from Kirktoristory. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.